Combat. We're in 1980s Hollywood, California, a time and place where legendary actors and mixed martial artists inspired so many of the top practitioners that we have today. No doubt our karate combat fighters will want to become legends in their own right and inspire the next generation, and our main event could do just that. Shahin Atamov is taking on Bryan van Waesberghe in a battle that's set to be a brutal fight. Here is your fight preview.
I'm Bryan van Waesberghe. I am from Kuwait, born in Belgium.
Меня зовут Shahin Atamov, я из Азербайджана, город Баку. Я буду в этот раз драться с бельгийцем и спортсменом из Бельгии.
My favorite strikes are kicks. I love to put my shin bone into somebody's body or head.
Я не останавливался, я все время готовился, все время изучал своего соперника и пришел сюда за победой.
You can put in front of me whoever I want. I won't be scared. I think that's my biggest advantage in this fight game.
Готовлюсь всегда к победе. Я не думаю, что приду, может выиграю, может проиграю. Я только...
Every time I enter the pit, I'm looking for a knockout.
Побежду, и это будет с нокаутом, иншаллах.
What a main event to look forward to. Shahin Atamov and Bryan van Waesberghe, two guys who have had fantastic knockout wins here before at Karate Combat. That is, of course, not the only fights on show tonight. Two more bouts coming up before that. Let's take a look at tonight's fight card. Before our main event tonight, Russian Vasilii Anthokhii, hailing from Moldova, will take on Morocco's Reda Messaoudi in the 75-kilo division. And we open our fight card tonight with Irish qualifier Owen Chalmier taking on someone looking for a karate combat contract in debutant from France, Moulay Oudoud. Lots to look forward to here tonight on Karate Combat. Let's go down into the pit where Bas Rutten is with Robin Black to look at some of the rules of the action.
There are so many different types of combat on planet Earth, and karate combat is a unique and beautiful style of fighting. What makes it unique, just like every other style of fighting, is the variables, the different things at play. For example, our pit, the fighting surface, that shapes the fighting. The duration, the 3-minute rounds, that shapes the fighting. But what really shapes combat is what you can do and what you cannot do. So one of us will explain to you what you can do in karate combat, and one of us will explain what you cannot do. Sensei Boss,
what you cannot do.
Of course. Sensei Boss will explain what you cannot do. I will then explain what you can do. So karate is a wonderful, beautiful martial art, and in karate combat, we can strike with our hands. I can strike to the body, I can strike Boss to the head, I can use kicking techniques of all different sorts. I can kick him to the body with any number of styles and techniques. I can kick him to the head, but it is the 80s and my pants are tight. So Sensei Boss, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but would you demonstrate a kick to the head, please? I'm still alive, okay, excellent. There are other things that we can do. We can use the fighting environment, the pit wall. For example, I could jump up and attack Boss from here. If he were to fall into the wall, he's not a downed opponent. He's still available for me to attack. For example, something we can do, I could kick the calf to knock him down. From here, I can strike for 5 seconds. I can strike Sensei Boss for 5 seconds. So, and there's a few other things you can do in karate combat, but now I'd like you to demonstrate what you cannot do.
Okay, but kicking in the eyes you cannot do, of course. Boom! Chop to the face, also you cannot do. Elbow, head, boom, head, butt here, boom, kick to the groin, knee to the face, boom, cannot do. Knee to the body, you cannot do. Also, you cannot give a normal low kick. And when he's down, watch out for the kick. So Gary, that you can also not do.
Okay. Can you use weapons, Boss?
No, you cannot use weapons.
Okay, good. Good. I think that just about covers it.
I think so too.
Yeah. Now, why can you not use weapons?
Because karate fighters already are a weapon.
My name is Owen Chalmier. and I'm representing the Republic of Ireland and Mauritius. When I was about 4, my mother enrolled me into karate classes. I immediately fell in love with the art. Within weeks, I began competing and haven't looked back since. By age 8, I was winning national and world titles, traveling all over the world to compete. My mother, who already had a karate background, became my trainer and sensei. She has provided me with the opportunity to travel all over the globe, to train with and compete against some of the best fighters out there. My mother is my coach, my manager, and my trainer. She is the leader in the family. She oversees all the technicalities, which leaves me with the simple task of just fighting. Following in her footsteps, my brother and I became world karate champions. Thanks to her, I have a wealth of combat experience under my belt, and combining that with my natural hunger to fight makes me a serious threat for anyone to face. About 2 or 3 years ago, I heard about karate combat and began training and focusing on my eventual debut here. There's no secrets to my training. I train every single day. I don't believe in off days or rest days. My work ethic is to train hard, no shortcuts, be prepared to get hit, maintain focus, and stay disciplined. And I believe that makes champions. Fighting is in our DNA. We grow up hearing inspiring stories and folklore tales of legendary Irish warriors, like Cuchulainn, a mythical Irish demigod who is told to have single-handedly defended his kingdom from invading armies. I can't wait to showcase the spirit of the fighting Irish at Karate Combat and represent my nation proudly. I've been blessed with the abilities to fight, and it's up to me alone to maximize these through hard work and dedication. My fight style is aggressive and explosive. I'm here for blood and knockouts. I'm prepared to get in there and trade with any man. I ain't taking a step back in there. There will be no frills with me. I'm here to do business.
My name is Owen Chalmier. I'm from the Republic of Ireland. I don't know much about my opponents. I don't tend to study who I'm fighting. I'm just prepared to fight the best fighter imaginable in the pit.
Je m'appelle Moulay Oudoud, j'ai 19 ans, je fais du karaté à Condé sur l'Escaut. J'habite d'ailleurs à Condé, c'est dans le nord de la France. Mon adversaire c'est Eoghan Chelmiah, un Irlandais. Il a d'ailleurs plus d'expérience que moi, mais ça va le faire.
My favorite technique is my Mawashigiri because it's very explosive and causes a lot of damage.
Ce qui me rend plus dangereux pour mes adversaires, c'est mon mental et ma détermination.
When I enter the pit, I'm going in there to destroy him by any means necessary.
The portal is live for our first bout here tonight. Moulay Oudoud, the Lion from France, just 19 years old, in the black pants and blue gloves. He is taking on Owen Chalmier from Arles in Ireland in the white pants and the red gloves. A lot on the line for these two young fighters. Owen Chalmier, we saw him once before perform well in his qualifier bout. That is what Moulay Oudoud is going to try and do tonight.
In the race corner, from Ireland, Owen Chalmier!
There we see the tail of the tape for Owen Chalmier. Born in London, raised in Ireland, that 1-0 record after his win last time out with a knockout victory over Kevin Azuz.
In the blue corner, from France, the Lion,
And there we see tail of the tape for the debutant tonight, Moulay Oudoud from France.
He's doing a lizard thing with the tongue. This is an 80s movie also. Look a lizard.
And we should point out as these two fighters descend into the pit, this bout is one part of our extensive 61-kilo tournament that is taking place. The selection of those victorious fighters are going to go through to fight in the next round to get a chance at that coveted golden belt.
Sam started right away.
Our referee Sam Amidi gets us underway, and immediately they move forward. Moulay Oudoud sat down by Owen Chalmier in the opening exchange. Chalmier again surges forward. Good combination punches, and Oudoud on the back foot straight away here.
Exactly what Owen said. He said, I'm going to go hit, I won't stop, I want to impress the people who are watching, and he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do.
Nice head movement from Chelmiah as he loads up and throws those punches. Good short hooks. He's giving Oudoud no way out here.
Oh!
Look at that, letting him hit him.
Yeah, but he connected. He was so staggering, right?
Yeah.
He was staggering with that left hook that he got received.
A little bit of dirty boxing there on the inside, getting warned by the referee. He can't hold the head, pull down straight. A big overhand right, finds the mark, goes to the body.
He would go to spleen, right hook to the body, right uppercut. That's a Mike Tyson style punch combination.
Well,
very effective.
Oudoud knows he's in a scrap here. Chelmiah showing all the confidence as he moves forward here, having it very much his own way.
A little bit of an Edgar Scriver style there, right? He's coming and he will not stop pushing forward. Look at his body shots. Super cool.
You know, it's funny, Chelmiah said he doesn't really mind taking risks. He enjoys the sport so much, and I think standing there and letting your opponent hit you just to show off is definitely part of that.
Yeah, but it's not a smart thing to do. You know? the brain only can take so many shots.
It's a risky bit of gamesmanship.
Yep. We have seen people getting knocked out like that.
Well, believe it or not, we're only halfway through this first round here. Minute and a half left on the clock as Chelmiah again presses forward. Oudoud covering up, falling back against the pit wall, going nicely to the body there on that side.
Hitting a lot and make my opponent quit. That is his game plan that he told us, and look what he's doing. Well, can he keep doing it? That's the trick here.
Well, that's true, right? The energy output here is phenomenal, but the pressure, Oudoud still staying in this one. He's got a minute left to try and survive round number one.
Yeah, and I know he took this fight on a short notice. And I'm talking about Oudoud.
Again, Chelmiah slips, throws the right hand. Oudoud trying to use some head movement, and that's a beautiful left kick. Chelmiah shakes it off, but that was as clean as you like from the Frenchman. Oh, again, just misses over the head. 5-second count coming in from the referee as Chelmiah works the body standing. Yeah, Chelmiah said the game plan was to simply keep hitting him until he stops, and he's had 2.5 minutes of hitting him so far. Good firing back from Oudoud as he tries to find his way back into this bout. Again, high kick up over the guard.
Yeah, very impressed. He's absorbing every single shot and he's still fighting back.
That's going to be a moral victory for him if he makes it out of the first round, I think. But he's doing a good job firing back now. Chelmiah covers.
Oh. Wow.
Nice
connected
kicks.
with a high kick, connected with a shot, with a punch.
It's good to see him use the kicks to the body rather than just the hooks. And that is the end of a fast and ferocious round number one. Owen Chalmier trying to give Moulay Oudoud no room to breathe, but Oudoud got a few good shots of his own in there, Bas.
Insane.
And this was the first flurry from Owen Chalmier. Nice crisp punches, and this was the gamesmanship, Bas. What are your thoughts?
When you ask him to hit him and he connects with the left hook, you see Owen a little bit off. So it did feel it. That's a beautiful high kick. Oh, nice.
Yeah, and Chalmier just staring him down the whole time as we see him having a conversation with his corner there, looking incredibly relaxed, standing up, not taking the stool. By contrast, Moulay Oudoud, some deep breaths, hands on the knees in his corner. Let's see, Bas, do you think Chalmier is going to start the second round as he did the first?
I think so, and the way Oudoud is sitting there in the corner, he might start working the body now really hard. Because if you catch him while he's breathing in, that could be the end of the fight. That's when you can't flex. That's the problem.
Yeah, a lot of cross-training in various martial arts for Owen Chalmier, very adept in full contact experience, and immediately they open up at the start of the second. Again, no downtime for these two.
Yeah, Oudoud let it a big right swing there, a hook. Moesberghe, as they call it. Yodatsuki, I should say.
That's a good kick to the calf from Chalmier. He's looking to, again, take the center of the pit, be the one applying that forward pressure that
body shots.
We score so highly here at Karate Combat.
Beautiful liver shot there. He's moving forward, won't stop. Wow, but Oudoud is still fighting back.
Yeah, and that's a nice kick. Good power there.
And another one. Kick to the body. Anything you can do, I can do better. That's what he said.
Yeah, Chalmier returns fire. Nice jab, pulls it straight back, but he's firing his hands from that low position now. Tempo just dropping a little bit here.
After a first round like that, yes, I'm not surprised.
You can't complain, can you?
Wow, beautiful front kick there.
And this is good work from Oudoud, you know. He's getting stuck in a little bit more here. Cleaner shots, good combinations.
Uppercut there, landed.
Nice slip in the right.
Yeah, but it's almost like he stopped the impact at the moment of impact, right? Should swing through. Not a kick to the calf there.
Yeah, I mean, you got to say, this kind of toll, you know, it wears you down, doesn't it? Even if your cardio is great, the constant change in your breathing from getting hit and having to block repeatedly, it throws you off, doesn't it?
Beautiful. Yeah, it absolutely does. Owen landed 2 beautiful jabs there. Right on the money.
Nice little almost question mark kick there.
Oh.
Just missing from Oudoud. Chelmiah fires straight back. We talk so often, Bas, about the timing of your returning fire. You know, you've got to fire back whilst they're still in the motion of withdrawing their strike. That way you're going to catch them off guard.
Beautiful double jab. You're absolutely right, you know. And also to show your opponent, hey, it's okay. You hit me, I'll hit you back.
Yeah, just make them a bit more tentative if they know they're going to get hit when they try and throw. There's Chelmiah.
Oh, another left kick landed again. You see that?
Yeah, he switched to southpaw for a moment there. Poured with the lead right hand. Standing there, and these are good shots from Oudoud. Chelmiah as well, getting some licks in. Last 30 seconds of round number 2.
Yeah, that was a double liver kick and now a liver shot. Ooh, that punch had power.
They're both loading up here, aren't they? They're not really trying to conserve any energy at this point, which is fantastic to see. There is another whole 3 minutes to go, though, once we see this second round out.
Oh, he might have hurt him there. It looked like he was limping there, Oudoud, a little bit from that last kick that he received to the calf. And he switched stance immediately.
That's good work from Chelmiah to find his way in. Finds a nice high kick, closing seconds of round number 2. And good work there. A lot more even in that round, Bas, it has to be said.
Absolutely, yes. But I think the most damage was done by Owen again, Chelmiah.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of the replays here. That was a nice lead leg roundhouse and some good flurries from the Irishman here.
Let's look at the spinning kick. Boom! Beautifully.
Yeah, catches the guard, but still going to land some force through, and this was a nice stiff jab.
And he does it 2 times in a row. Bonk, look at that. Slipped over the defense to the temple.
Yeah, just caught with the toes. Just if it had been a few inches further down towards the shin and the ankle, a bit more impact perhaps. But again, Chelmiah still seeming very confident here, choosing to stand in his corner.
Well, I think he loaded up on stamina, and that's why he was telling us, I'm just going to hit him until he quits. And he's doing it, he's moving forward the whole time.
I mean, one thing Chelmiah told us he pays so much attention to, you know, he wakes up every day, he trains, he eats incredibly clean. He's so focused on all the other things that can supplement his performance inside the pit.
So important. And there we go again, immediately he's coming forward. Looks like it's round number 1.
Both these guys students alongside their martial arts training, electrical engineering for Owen Chalmier,
cross liver kick,
sports education and coaching management for Moulay Oudoud. Chalmier pressing forward here. We've got 2.5 left on the clock in this third and final round.
Wow, nicely coming back. I'm very impressed here. Both fighters I'm very impressed, especially knowing that Oudoud took it at the last minute notice. He's doing a phenomenal job as well. But Owen, he's all over the place.
Yeah, a lot of movement. It does seem like he's still trying to play the gamesmanship aspect slightly. You know, he's trying to project this confidence coming forward, and that's a good exchange there.
Connected with the left there. That was nice. But Owen's blasting forward again, connected with the left hook.
Yeah, I love the power that Chelmiah is throwing into all these strikes here. Oudoud is giving as good as he's getting, though. Good, nice tight hooks, really loading up. You can see the whole body torque into those as he drives through all the way from the ground up to the point of impact. Chelmiah trying to turn on the volume here. A bit of blood from the side of the head of Oudoud, perhaps. Chelmiah trying to guard behind that lead shoulder.
Oh, you heard the impact.
Yeah, it just caught on the glove. But
yeah, but you heard an extra sound. That was the skull.
Some of it's going to find its way through there. Chelmiah covers, fires the hook. Oudoud straight back. They are slugging it out here at Karate Combat.
1
minute left on the clock. This 61-kilo fight is hotting up big time.
Wow. Is this the weight class from Edgar Streevers as well? Just wonder, because...
No, Edgar Streevers is 68 kilos.
Oh, 68. Oh.
I know you want to see that style, right?
Oh, those two against each other. Uy, uy, uy.
A lot of good matches in this weight class for whoever's successful here. And look at that, good shot from Oudoud as he moves off, as we see much more of the blood from the side of his head now. The damage that Owen Chalmier has inflicted showing as he surges forward. Big shots again hitting the guard. No stop from either of these two young men.
This is insanity. I'm so amazed that the pace is still this high.
Well, they've got 30 seconds left.
And come on.
Oudoud now wearing him on, saying, I'll take the jab on the forehead. Chelmiah lowing up last
20 seconds.
Yeah, last few moments to do something. He walks onto a jab, fires back. Chelmiah receives one to the body.
You see, he's bleeding on the left side of his ear. I'm telling you, that was that high kick. It cut something open there.
Yeah, nice big hooks, and that's a clean hook as it is from Oudoud. Trading to the final seconds here, and we are through 3-minute rounds. What a performance from Owen Chalmier and Moulay Oudoud. And Bas, this is a tough one for the judges by the time we got to that third round.
Very tough one, but since constantly Chelmiah was moving forward and the aggression pace, you get a lot of points for that. I would say comes to him, but Oudoud was a phenomenal opponent. What if you give this guy a 6-week training camp?
Yeah, let's take a look at some of the replays from that third round here. And Bas, it was 50-50 here with the kicks and the punches.
Beautiful technique. That was a hard one.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of blood towards the end of the round.
Check right hook, that was so beautifully
streaming from the left-hand side of Moulay Oudoud there. The damage from Owen Chalmier mounting up towards the end. I mean, Bas, I've got to say, after that first round, what a comeback in rounds 2 and 3 from Moulay Oudoud.
It was insanity, and also the fact that Chalmier kept putting on that pace and Oudoud kept returning fire non-stop.
Yeah, he really seemed to find his wind and settle into those later rounds. It is going to be a tough decision for the judges, but let's go down into the pit and find out who is going to be successful in our opening bout of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your winner by unanimous decision in the red corner,
Well, take nothing away from Moulay Oudoud, but your winner here tonight is Owen Chalmier. He moves to 2-0, undefeated on Karate Combat. But Bas, what a performance from these two young men.
It's insanity, and again, I come back to it. You took this fight last minute notice. If you give Oudoud like a 6-week training camp, then fight again. I mean, what can he do then? I mean, it was already really good what he did.
Well, let's go pit side, and our co-host Layla Anali is with our victor.
What a scrap. Firstly, thank you. That was highly entertaining. We are seeing you establish yourself as quite a showman in Karate Combat. That first round, you dropped your guard and allowed your opponent to hit you clean. Tell us, what was your game plan there?
I'm just going to absorb every shot he's got and hit him back more often and more harder than he's ever been hit before in his life.
Your opponent as well took this fight on only 10 days' notice, gave you a real hard time in there, kept coming at you. Any words on him?
You have to give him credit. He tried to get in my head at the weigh-ins. He turned up eating a bowl of cereal in my face, the eve of war, and just, he knew exactly how to get under my skin, so I had to go on tonight and just put an end to that, wipe that smug grin off his face.
You've always said that you want your fight style to allow people watching to just want more and leave them wanting more. I think tonight you did just that. Are you satisfied?
Yeah, I'm a little bit more than last time, but look, plenty to work on. I'm happy with that performance. Can't wait to fight again.
Congratulations, well done, Owen.
Very much.
So Owen Chalmier saying that Moulay Oudoud got under his skin. Robin, is there enough action there for you to have some thoughts on, my friend?
Both those two kids put on such a wonderful performance, so much heart and grit and desire from Oudoud. But that kid, man, he is an athletic artist or an artistic athlete. You can look at the footage, whether we're throwing a straight punch, we're throwing a hook to the body, a hook to the head, or a kick. It all starts at the ground, through the legs, the hips, the core, and out the knuckles. He puts the whole game together, and he strikes with totality of self. I love that fight. Thank you to both those two young men.
I'm sure, like all of you at home, we cannot wait to see Owen Chalmier again. Let's take a look at some of the moments from that first bout.
To be in the 80s, dude, far out. That's what you would say right now.
Yeah, what a performance from both these guys.
Boom! Connecting.
And Bas, as Robin alluded to there, a lot of things that Chelmiah did were very technically correct throughout. I mean, he really loaded up through the hips.
And everything was power, like you said. You know, when he was moving forward, he's using his upper body. He was rotating. The right hooks were very powerful. The body shots, insanity.
2-0 for Owen Chalmier. Lots more action coming your way very soon on Karate Combat. Join us in just a few short moments.
My name is Reda Messaoudi. I grew up in the streets of Agadir, Morocco. I like it here, it's my home. After my first Karate Combat win in Athens, rumors spread that I won a ton of money. And one night, a group of guys that heard of this rumor, they attacked me. Some had knives and I disarmed, they ran. It's like every day here, you know, you have to be ready for trouble. Being trained in martial arts definitely helps in situations like that. I started karate at age of 3. My mother and my father both did karate and had their own dojo. We were a very close family, a very tough family. My physical strength comes from my legs. As a teenager, I used to break dance with my brothers in the streets. Karate gives me an incredible control. We compete with other crews and just destroy them all. Morocco is a very cool place. Most of the time I like to go to train in the desert and I try to put myself in an uncomfortable situation and train in the heat, being in hot sand, brings something extra out of me that has shown when I'm in the pit. If my preparation is good, I have nothing to fear. In the gym, I spare and work on my heavy hit. Out here, I work on endurance, focus and balance, and maybe have a little bit of fun. I don't invite opponents that faces me because they won't be ready for the strength in my legs and the endurance that I have. Whether he goes left or he goes right, I never let him control me. Whoever is in that pit, I own, I control. Once I strike, it's all over.
Welcome back to Karate Combat. Bas, have you calmed down from that first fight yet?
No, still not. It's still in my head. I mean, it was insanity. The amount of punches. I would like to have somebody at home who's going to count how many strikes were thrown. That's what I want.
We need a CompuStrike. We're going to move straight on. 75 kilo division up next. Vasilii Anthokhii taking on Raeda Misaudi. Let's talk first about Anthokhii. This guy is as tough as they come, man. He's 2-0, undefeated, and he's just brutal.
Yeah, he says his opponent has great kicks, but he's going to block him and he's going to counter him. He's also going to confuse his opponent by level changes and feints, and he will come with a surprise attack. So whatever that is, I want to see.
Now, by contrast, Raeda Misaudi, he's had to do some soul searching here. He's had to do a lot of thinking about how he's going to approach his game because he's coming off a couple of losses.
Yes, and 2 knockout losses. He told us, yeah, I almost stopped, I almost wanted to quit, and then he told himself, listen, man, I'm a karateka. I'm not going to quit. I need to be back because I want a win. He's will use a lot of kicks, a lot of surprises, same as his opponent, and he also will use his reach advantage.
Yeah, both these guys, contrasting styles, but we'll see how it goes. Let's take a look at the head-to-head.
My name is Raeda Misaudi. I'm from Morocco. I'm gonna fight Vasilii. He's from Russia. I don't know nothing about him. I only saw one of his fights.
Добрый день, меня зовут Василий Антохий, я спортсмен из России. Хук справа, мой любимый удар – это хук с правой. Он более эффективный и, так сказать, более наносящий урон сопернику.
The thing that makes me dangerous for my opponents is the surprise because they never know when I'm gonna go.
Придерживаться своего плана, поймать на его ошибки и, так сказать, наказав его своей комбинацией.
If he wants the first round, second round, third round, I don't care. I'm just gonna be in his face all the time.
Two very serious men enter through our portal here in Hollywood, California. Vasilii Anthokhii in the red gloves and white pants, and the Cobra, Reda Messaoudi, in the black pants and the blue gloves.
Fighters, go to your corner!
Anthokhii needs to pull his belt a little tighter, I see. The knot is a little open, so I hope he's not going to drop off.
In the red corner, from Russia, the Lionheart, Vasilii Anthokhii!
Tail the tape for Vasilii Anthokhii, 2-0 here, and you will notice he is significantly shorter than his opponent, but he said, you know what, that doesn't matter because everybody's taller than me.
In the blue corner, from Morocco, the Cobra, Reda
Raeda
Misaudi!
Misaudi, Moroccan national team member, 2-2 record here at Karate Combat. He's got that 5-inch reach advantage in the arms. Let's see if he can make use of it.
Fighters, enter the pit!
So our referee for this bout is Mr. Kevin Sataki. Vasilii Anthokhii in the white pants, black pants for Raeda Misaudi. Touch the gloves and we are underway here for our first 3 minutes.
Oh, that was a long Ushiro Waesberghe. And he almost...
Oh! Huge knockout by Vasilii Anthokhii. And he has put Raeda Misaudi down in the very first round in just 17 seconds.
That could be the fastest knockout we had here at Karate Combat.
Wow! I barely had a chance to see what happened.
Man, Misaudi opened up with that Ushiro Mowashi, that spinning back kick to the head, grazed him almost. And then the counter was there. What? Okay, can't wait for this replay.
Absolutely.
And the audience, everybody's crying.
Yeah.
Here we go,
Let's take a look, Bas. Talk us through this finish. That was the kick. And then here was the exchange. Misaudi got slightly turned around here. It was a little uppercut and bang, left hook.
Oh, look at that kick. If that would have hit.
I don't think the kick quite landed, but it was just a clean left hook on the break, wasn't it?
That's what I say. What if it would have landed? See that? Oh, if.
Wow, and that is a very decisive, easy stop for the referee to make there.
Yeah, that's a whiplash there, right there. You see the face. Look at the head.
There's dictate, boom, right on the chin.
Ay, ay, ay. Very
wow,
powerful.
17 seconds for Vasilii Anthokhii. We see a shot there of a very thoughtful and pensive Vasilii Anthokhii just contemplating on what he's just done in the pit. The 25-year-old, I'm sure, is going to be very happy with the outcome. Raeda Misaudi just getting the medical checks he needs.
But you see, that's the respect, you know. He sits back, he says, this is focus on him. You know, he doesn't want to take anything away. He's not celebrating, he's not doing anything. He wants to make sure that his opponent is good, and then he will probably celebrate.
You know, both the guys Vasilii Anthokhii had fought previously were a little bit older. Misaudi was the first kind of much younger athlete that he was going to be facing, and I wondered if there would be an element of dynamism that Misaudi would bring that Anthokhii might struggle with, and obviously not.
Yeah.
Oh, Robin's going to talk about timing a left hook on dictating the break of the distance, I would imagine.
Bink.
Bink. Left bink, right bink.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your winner by knockout, Vasilii Anthokhii!
Left hook gets the job done for Vasilii Anthokhii. He's going to head up pit side and have a few words with our co-host, Layla Anali.
Vasilii, congratulations on the fastest knockout in Karate Combat history.
Thanks. Thanks.
How much of that was pre-thought, pre-trained, knowing your opponent so well?
Это один из моментов, который мы отрабатывали на тренировках, поэтому у нас это было в задумках. Скажем так, одна из наших связок прошла.
Clearly intended. Thank you very much. Congrats.
Спасибо семье, кто болел, тренерам, с которым мы отрабатывали все эти моменты, да. И все, наверное. Спасибо.
A happy Vasilii Anthokhii, and Robin, I think you're going to have a couple of thoughts on that left hook.
Man, 17 seconds. When you look at the mind of a martial artist in flow, think of it like a fastball hitter or a hitter at seeing the ball coming in and processing it at a different speed. When Anthokhii was in flow, he's able to see everything. Framed out, uppercut up, uppercut out, and left hook dropped him. All of that, the experience for him would have been much, much slower than the 17 seconds we saw, but it was a wonderful, wonderful finish. That could be Bink of the night.
I love
Bink
it.
of the night, indeed. A great knockout here for Vasilii Anthokhii. Let's take a look back at some of the moments from that second bout. Well, you know, we'll probably see the whole fight.
The whole
Bas.
fight,
The
yeah,
whole
like
fight.
regular speed, 5 times.
Let's take a look here. So
Look
Misaudi
at-
opened up with a good kick, trying to coil those legs up and spring into action, but it was here in the entanglement. Anthokhii just timed the left hook.
Ay, ay, ay. That was so beautifully done.
And do you know what, Bas? I know he didn't seem as exuberant as he may have when he was talking to Layla, but we asked him before. We said, how does it feel to win? How does it feel to be here at Karate Combat? And he just said, you know what, I win. It's normal. So I guess 17-7 knockout. So a normal
day at the
for
office.
Vasilii Anthokhii.
Oh!
One last look at that knockout. What a fantastic performance from Vasilii Anthokhii. Can't wait to see him again. Join us again very shortly on Karate Combat.
Wow.
Mən bir mebel dizayneri və ev xanımının iftixarlı oğluyam. Mən bir ər və əkiz atasıyam. Mənim ailəm mənim dünyamdır və mən çox xoşbəxtəm. Mən uşaq vaxtı çox dalaşqan olmuşam. Problemlərdən uzaq olmağa çalışmışam və buna görə də Mortal Kombat oyunlarına üstünlük vermişəm. O oyunda olan personajları təkrar eləyirdim və bundan mənim valideynlərim o həvəsi görüb məni karate idman növünə hobbi kimi yazırdılar. Ancaq mən karateni hobbi olaraq yox, bir idman kimi sevdim. Mənim Azərbaycandakı ilk senseyim Shahin karatenin kökünü böyüklərə hörmət etməyi tələb edən şəkildə qoydu. 1998-ci ildə mənim senseyim mənim karatedə olan potensialımı gördü və məni Rusiyada bir yarışa apardı. O yarışda mən 3-cü oldum və bundan sonra məni heç nə saxlaya bilməzdi. Mənim yaxşı döyüş təcrübəm var. Mən hərbi xidmətimi döyüş bölgəsi olan Qarabağda etmişəm.
Shahin Atamov in the red corner.
Mənim hədəfim Karate Combat döyüşlərində qalib olub vətənimi uğurla təmsil etməkdir. Mən bu döyüşümü Azərbaycan uğrunda şəhid olan qardaşlarımıza və qazilərimizə həsr edirəm. Orduda xidmət edərkən mən daha çox açıq havada vaxt keçirməli olurdum. Səyahət etmək, nələrsə araşdırmaq, kəşf eləmək sevgisi bu vaxtdan sonra məndə yarandı. Və ən əsası, bu mənə fikirlərimi dağıtmağa çox kömək olurdu. Mən dəniz kənarına gəlməyi çox sevirəm. İstənilən mövsümdə mən bura gəlib rahatlıq tapıram. Və bu gözəl mənzərəni görməyin öz həzzi var. Mən ilk döyüşümü nokautla əldə eləmişəm. Bütün rəqiblərimə də eyni yanaşıram. Ola bilər ki, tatamidə rəqib mənim üçün düşmən, tatamidən kənarda isə dost və qardaş ola bilər. İdmançının 2 seçimi var, məğlub olmaq ya qalib olmaq. Məğlub olarkən sən hər dəfə bu məğlubiyyətə öyrəşirsən və bütün döyüşlərində məğlub olursan. Ona görə sən döyüşə gedərkən ancaq qələbə haqqında fikirləşir və hər zaman qalib olmalısan. Mənim son döyüşümdə hakimlərin qərarı ilə məğlubiyyətə uğradım və bundan sonra mən bütün döyüşlərimin taleyini hakim qərarına buraxmayacağam. Heç vaxt kitabı üz qabığına görə mühakimə etməyin. Bas əslində mənlə zarafat eləyirdi. Deyəndə ki, mən karate döyüşçüsünə oxşamıram. Problem yoxdur. Mən burada görünüşümə görə deyil. Mən burada qalib gəldiyim döyüşlərə görə və gələcəkdə qalib gələ biləcəyim döyüşlərə görə varam.
My name is Bryan van Waesberghe. I am from Rotterdam. Every day I travel to the rougher parts of Rotterdam. It's not a ghetto, but it's getting pretty close. And with the pandemic, the social tension is getting worse and worse. I'm a physical education teacher and a karate instructor for children. For them, I will travel anywhere, anytime, without any hesitation. I love my kids, but to be honest, it's just as much for me as it is for them because I used to be one of those kids. I was a quiet and shy kid, and I got bullied at school, and I didn't even think about defending myself. And that's when I started to do karate, and since that moment, my life completely changed. I remember my first sparring session. It was scary but exciting at the same time, but something happened with me in that moment. It was a feeling of power, freedom, and it was a very pure emotion, and I loved it. But I needed to control that because at my first karate competition, my opponent approached me and I did a hammer fist on his forehead and I got disqualified. And it wasn't until after the match that I realized that I wasn't supposed to do that. Once you have that quiet confidence and that swagger, the bullies are not a tend to pick on you anymore, by the way. I used to do karate with my brother. We made it to the national team, but at the age of 18, he decided to stop due to health issues. Since that point, I continued doing karate, not only for me, but also for him. Also, my girlfriend is very supportive. Even though through my training camps, she's always stands by me, and she's always there for me when I need her. Speaking about my fights, for my karate combat debut, I made a plan and I stick to it. It worked out amazing. I still can't believe how much my knockout is watched and shared on social media.
5 seconds left in this round. Beautiful high kick, oh my God! What a knockout from Bryan van Waesberghe! Unbelievable!
Now I'm not new to the pit anymore. I'm going in very prepared. I may not be the strongest or the fastest, but I got a lot of heart. And I will keep going and going and going till one of us is on the floor. It's not going to be me. I'm going in a rampage. I have no personal vendettas with anyone in the pit, but you better be prepared because when you go in the pit with me, it's going to be violent and relentless because you're just someone standing between me and my goal. If you want to be the champ, you have to show everyone who's the boss. After all, I got kids watching, and I want to show them how it's done.
When I think about karate, I really think about the 1980s, because I believe that's when karate had a big boom in Hollywood. You know, when I think about Bloodsport, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Chuck Norris, it really inspired me. How was it for you?
For me, it was a little bit early, the 70s. It was Bruce Lee. You know, I was the sick kid with a horrible skin disease. I got bullied a lot. Then I saw Enter the Dragon from Bruce Lee. And that was it. I realized if that guy can do it, well, I'm bigger already than him. Maybe I can do it as well. Started training, knocked out my first bully, and bada bing, bada boom. I'm talking to you right now, buddy.
And I'm talking to Bas Rutten.
Bas, it's amazing, isn't it? It goes to show whether you're a hobbyist or you're two UFC champions. These movies have had such an impact on every martial artist.
Every martial artist, like I said with the opening, you know, with the other show, it's like all these fighters here that were inspired by those kind of movies. It's crazy.
We've got a fantastic main event coming up now. Shahin Atamov and Bryan van Waesberghe. Let's talk about Shahin Atamov. This guy, he loads up that right hand.
Yes, and he says the game plan is going to be very simple. I'm going to knock him out. Whether it's a punch, whether it's a kick, it really doesn't matter. And expect to see some takedowns as well. He's got some really great takedowns we have seen before.
He's facing a very technical opponent in Bryan van Waesberghe, who had one of the star knockouts from some of our previous events, but he is coming off a loss.
Well, the PE teaches, he wants to smash everyone. He says, listen, outside, I'm a very nice guy. Inside, they're standing in my way. I want to get that title. He says, I see a mistake that he makes. He bobs his head the whole time to the left, to my left. I'm going to see if I can catch him with the left high kick.
Well, let's see if he can. Let's go ahead and get Robin Black's thoughts on this main event matchup.
Thanks, guys. You know, there's been some killer performances tonight, but when we look at how these two match up, I think we're going to get another one. Let's take a look at the footage. Man, Van Waesberghe, in that performance you guys were talking about, that big knockout of his, hey, listen, when you're in the pit, you don't always get to pick what you're going to show, but you will get the chance to show something. And Van Waesberghe showed heart and guts and grit and will to stay in this one. You got to stay in it if you're going to win it, and that's what he did. He stayed in it, he processed, and then he set up this beautiful, beautiful shot. Watch. Wait for it. Wait for it. Big. There it is. Kicks up and over the shoulder. And look, it looks like a front kick is coming, and you'll even see the opponent's arm will reach to block that kick. and it comes up and over the shoulder. That is an elegant, elegant knockout. Watch how he sets it up as well. Don't just watch the kicking foot, watch the other foot. It opens up, opens the hips. That's what allows him to deliver such force. But the man he's facing will be ready for this attack. And it's a beautiful matchup between the two of them because they are so different. Shahin, Atamov, man, when you look at his footage, you think it's just raw power, aggression, force, intensity. Yes, it is those things, but it is also sophistication and subtlety. Here, look, he grabs the belt. As he steps through, he'll use his thigh as a ledge and fire his man up and over. Manipulating space and time, fighting within the pit. This man puts it all together. And here, striking on the ground. Look at this one. Big. Lands the straight right hand and puts his man away. And you see how it all comes together. He reads that kick coming, sinks back and down into the thigh. That allows him to amortize that potential energy and explode straight through the knuckles of the balled fist. Bing. Right there. Such a talented guy. The dynamics of this one is so beautiful. One more excellent knockout from earlier karate combat fight of his. Here he'll slide inside to block the attack. Now watch the frame on the collarbone. From here he'll push away to create the space that he needs to turn the right hip and fire in those knuckles. Look at it here. Watch the right hip turn. Big. Right there, puts his man out. These two, Shahin Atamov and Bryan van Vaesberghe, this one's gonna be awesome.
Yes, thank you, Robin. Both these guys can finish the fight at a moment's notice. It is main event time. Shahin Atamov taking on Bryan van Vaesberghe.
I'm Bryan van Waesberghe. I am from Kuwacht, born in Belgium, representing Rotterdam and my nation of Belgium. I'm gonna fight Shahin Atamov. I know he's a very competitive and good fighter.
Меня зовут Шаин Атамов, я из Азербайджана, город Баку. Я буду в этот раз драться с бельгийцем и спортсменом из Бельгии.
My favorite strikes are kicks. I really love it. I love to put my shin bone into somebody's body or head.
И хочу разорвать своего соперника, даже если это будет моим братом.
You can put in front of me whoever I want. I won't be scared, and I think that's my biggest advantage in this fight game.
Побежду, и это будет с нокаутом, иншаллах.
Every time I enter the pit, I'm looking for the knockout.
And the portal opens up for the main event tonight. Shahin Atamov in the red gloves and the white pants. Bryan van Vaesberghe in the black pants and the blue gloves. That's such a clash of styles to look forward to.
Yes. You know, Atamov needs to push the action. He needs to fight close by because otherwise, for Waesberghe is going to use his reach.
In the red corner, from Azerbaijan, the Lion, Shahin Atamov!
And there we see the tail of the tape, and you've got to think, Bas, 5'6", 84 kilos, a very unusual height for this weight division, but he makes it work for him. Bryan van Vaesberghe, that 1-1 record here at Karate Combat, looking for another fantastic highlight reel knockout.
Fighters, enter the pit!
Three-minute rounds on the clock if they need them. Your referee for this main event tonight is Mr. Mark Goddard. This bout is brought to you by Natural Light. Go ahead and get yourself a natty. Touch of gloves. Shahin Atamov measuring the distance. Van Vaesberghe, a very similar measuring stance.
Yeah, don't let looks fool you with Atamov. I mean, he's a fighter, super fast also. Great kicking ability.
Yeah, really sitting down into that stance, isn't he? Trying to load up that power.
Oh, yeah. Watch out with that kick because you hit the shin bone.
Yeah, one thing you know with Atamov is at some point that overhand right is coming your way, and you better either not be there or have your guard up when it does.
Waesberghe tries to push him into the corner there.
Yeah, it's good pick control from the man originally from Belgium. Had some trials and tribulations in training due to some of the restrictions where he's now living. He actually had to then go and get an exemption from the Belgian government to move back home there and train instead of where he's been living in Rotterdam.
Yeah, there was a really weird rule, right? If you were past 27, then you couldn't train. I go, okay, so COVID knows what your age is. What's going on?
Yeah, 29 years old for Bryan van Waesberghe, 34 years old for Shahin Atamov.
Oh, that was a great kick. You know, oh, and he's doing it back.
Yeah, Atamov, originally from Azerbaijan, he's had his own problems with training as well. Had to kind of train in secret, as the old Russian karate masters used to do before it was legal. He's been even fined for training.
Takedown. Oh, you're already grabbing the belt. Did you see it?
Yeah, looking for... He's getting warned for not dirty boxing, so he can frame on the shoulder, but he can't break the posture down with the hand by pulling the head forward. That's too similar to a tie clinch.
A lot of respect between these two. That's why... Oh, walked on that punch.
Yeah, Van Waesberghe connected, and he's trying to throw some short shots on the inside there. That was good work from Van Waesberghe.
I have to see that one back in the replay.
Moving into the final minute here of round number 1. Lots of feints. That's an overhand right, goes to the chest.
So, which is a smart thing, you know, for the body, because those tall guys, most of the time, like I said before, you know, they pull their head back when you come with an attack, while exposing the body.
Oh, and Atamov ducks his head down, loses his base a little bit there.
Now's the throw coming.
Beautiful hip toss.
Oh, I thought he was going to do an armbar. It was so weird.
That was a huge Haragoshi from Shahin Atamov. You know, when he gets a chance to, you know, grab behind that belt, he really gets underneath you, and as he pops his hips up, you're going for a ride. Good shots on the inside again, exchanging those short blows. Final 10 seconds here as Van Waesberghe's back against the pit wall here.
Oh, beautiful.
And it's the sequence we've seen before from Atamov with those short shots.
He's doing it back, but it's out of time. That's a movie title, Out of Time.
I remember. Right? So round number 1 in the books there. They head back up to their corners. And let's take a look back at some of the replays from those first 3 minutes.
Psych! Boom. That was a good kick because the muscle was relaxed. Oof, that was that right hand walking into it.
Yeah, give us your thoughts on... I mean, look at this hip throw, Bas. Very clean Haragoshi.
So beautiful. Double uppercut, and then he lands the last one.
Yeah, he looks at it. We saw it in the sequence that Robin talked about. It was uppercuts and then the right over the top at the end, and he looked for that against Van Waesberghe there at the end. So, how do you feel cardio's going for Atamov here in the corner, Bas? He's looking a little bit laboured, perhaps.
Yeah, well, we see, you know, it's once you start including the core, like with takedowns, you know, you're contracting your core the whole time, which stops the breathing for a little bit, interrupts the breathing pattern, and it makes you more tired. That's why wrestling is also so tiring, is it right? It's tiring.
It's tiring.
Tiring.
And our referee Mark Goddard is just giving Shahin Atamov a couple of extra bits of warning about how he can grab the head and how he can control his opponent in those dirty boxing scenarios. Touch of gloves, we're underway, another 3 minutes on the round. Atamov opening up first with a low kick.
The same kick that he did, and it's very smart because as that leg moves, that means the muscle is relaxed, and you cannot take too many of those calf kicks. It's gonna hurt. And you can't walk. Once you can't walk, you can't fight.
Oh, Van Waesberghe looking for a takedown there, but he's a little too high, not able to pick the leg up of Atamov. And Atamov really bullish in how
he can kick
muscling forward there.
Okay, put him in a full guard, why not?
Yeah, tied up in the guard there, trying to use the legs as a form of defense to dictate the range and shut Atamov's ability to strike down. Van Waesberghe back to the middle of the pit here. See if he can cut Atamov off in the corner again, and he does back him up nicely.
Grabbing the belt
could be another throw here.
Yep.
Well, switches to
nice
the outside trip. And that was good work from Atamov. Just off-balanced Van Waesberghe. Nothing crazy, nothing high energy, but it did the job.
Landed the overhand, but the steam was out of it.
Yeah, but we heard the impact there, and again, that's a nice short uppercut. Looking for a kind of hook axe kick off the wall was Van Waesberghe as he eats some shots to the body there.
Got some great shots connecting.
Good
right,
wide
left,
hooks.
and another right hook.
Yeah, they're not considered downed here. Marc Goddard's going to break them up against the wall.
Stand up, stand up.
You just feel like Atamov, when he gets in tight, he wants to turn it into a brawl.
That's it, short. And that's what he said in the interview. Finding close, a lot of dirty boxing, go for the body. Boom, counter with a nice right hand there by Waesberghe. Atamov is indeed getting tired, I think, and that's why that right hand might have shook him, but he's returning one of himself.
Yeah, and Van Waesberghe is pressed back. Oh, and that is going to be called by Marc Goddard. The clean right hand from Atamov did enough damage to sit Van Waesberghe down, and no intelligent defense. Shahin Atamov is going to earn the TKO victory here in our second round, a couple of minutes in. And some heavy breaths from our victor, a disappointed Bryan Van Waesberghe. Let's take a look back at the finish here.
Boom, there's the big right hand. Yeah, he's dropping. It looks like he just fell. And that's why Marc Goddard...
I suspect that's what Marc Goddard saw here. When that right connected, Van Waesberghe was never able to bring his vision back to his opponent. At no point did he re-engage with his opponent. He was turned away. And I think that's probably what Marc Goddard was going to be looking at. And there you see dropped while turning away. Atamov flurrying, as we've seen so many times, up against the wall. Let's head down into the pit and make this result official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your winner by TKO in the red corner, Shahin Atamov.
Wow.
Shahin Atamov picks up another win here at Karate Combat. He's going to move to 3-1 on his record. Van Waesberghe dropping to 1-2. And Shahin Atamov is going to go and get a few words pit side with our co-host, Layla Anna Lee.
Shahin, a fast-paced fight from the off. Is that what you expected when you first stepped into the pit today?
Gözlediğim bir şeydi çünkü çok hazırlaşmıştım. Şimdi knockout'u şükür elhamdülillah knockout oldu.
I know training for you in Azerbaijan was quite difficult due to restrictions there. Did you feel that you gave everything that you wanted?
Elbette bu karate benim hayatımdı, karate benim her şeyimdi. Ben yani karateye göre bütün varlığımı verip yani karateye devam ediyorum. Yani benim için hiçbir karantin falan beş mekan korku değil. Bir de onu demek istedim ki bu günlerde, daha doğrusu dünenleri biz çok üzücü bir haber aldık. Bizim dostumuz Rafael Ağayev'in anası rahmete gitti. Çok üzüldük buna. Allah rahmet eylesin. Ben isterdim bu dövüşümü onun ruhuna həsr edeyim. Allah səbir versin, başsağlığı diye. Hamımızın dərdidir yani bu da.
Beautiful dedication, a brilliant fight. Congratulations. Thank you.
Robin, a finish we've seen a couple of times before from Shahin Atamov.
Yeah, the finish was sublime, but really, he weaponized aggression and he used the pit walls, neither horizontal nor vertical, on the angle, put his man down and was striking him using the playing surface, taking advantage of the pit. And then, of course, the finish, he weaponized, in this case, aggression, and he weaponized that blitz, attacking and firing over the top, put his man away. Just a beautiful, beautiful finish from a really, really talented karateka.
Shahin Atamov victorious here, Bas. Let's take a look back at some of the moments from that main event.
All right. Boom. That was a big punch down landing from Bryan from Waesberghe. There's a beautiful takedown, grabbing the belt. A little bit of ground and pound here. Yeah, and this was smart from Atamov. Put him against the pit wall because there's not a downed opponent. You can do anything you want. You can still kick him as well, which actually low kicks will be very effective. I think we're going to see that beautiful uppercut there. That landed already. There's the big right hand. And yeah, as you can see, he's not intelligently defending himself anymore. He's looking away, and that's why referee Marc Goddard stopped the action.
the blitz attack, getting it done there, Bass. A good performance for Shahin Atamov.
It was, exactly what he said he was going to do. He's going to knock him out, Punches, kicks, it doesn't really matter. I just want to knock him out and moving forward. And he did it because every time when you close the distance, you put him against the pit wall, I mean, he's there the strongest because he has a shorter reach. That means his punches can travel longer. That means they have more power than for Waesberghe.
And it's interesting, isn't it? Everybody seems to know that Shahin Atamov is going to blitz forward. He's going to throw that big overhand right. And Van Waesberghe thought he'd be able to exploit it, but obviously not.
And obviously not. What he also mixes in is a right low kick every time. And the move for a right low kick or a right punch is almost identically. And most of the time you see him setting it up, he gives a few calf kicks, and then suddenly when they expect another calf kick, that overhand right punch.
Now Bass, we've had a fantastic event here tonight. Let's just think back to how we opened the show with Owen Chalmier and Moulay Oudoud. Oh, what a scrap from those two young men. I mean, absolute firecracker stuff.
I would love to see a part 2 of them, and hopefully in the future it will happen. I mean, Owen was unbelievable. And again, he was a guy, same as now with Atamov. He said the same thing. He says, I'm going to punch and kick till my opponent quits. And his opponent didn't quit. He was Oudoud is very strong and very tough, taking the fight at the last minute notice. So I think if this guy comes back with a full training camp, I think we're going to see something spectacular.
And of course, we had another great finish in just 17 seconds in the second bout of the night.
Fastest knockout we had here at Karate Combat. That was a beautiful left hook set up with a double uppercut, and that left hook was on the body. Messaoudi, his head swept to the side. Yeah, that was all she wrote.
I mean, what can we say? 3 fights, 3 fantastic bits of action. What a fantastic night here at Karate Combat. Join us again for more action from 1980s Hollywood. We will see you next week. Josh Palmer, Bas Rutten, Layla Annalee and Robin Black. We'll see you pitside.
I'm Edgar's the Bear Slayer Scrivers, and I'm fighting out of Latvia. I'm fighting a hungry and aggressive Brazilian. He's undefeated. He's #1 in the line. You line them up and I smash them. For me, I don't have a particular one favorite technique. For me, the ultimate goal is having no technique as technique. You're gonna see another level for the Bear Slayer.
Olá pessoal, meu nome é Bruno Assis, eu sou do Brasil, conhecido aqui como o Dragão Branco do Karate Combate, e estou pronto para lutar pela Golden Belt do Karate Combate. Nesta luta eu vou fazer o meu melhor, do começo ao fim, mostrar toda a garra e determinação do povo brasileiro, mostrar como nós somos guerreiros e não vou desistir até o final. Essa luta vai ser nossa, eu tenho certeza disso, e vou fazer o meu melhor dentro do pit.
Karate Combat is making karate great, especially when the Bear Slayer enters the pit.
E no futuro, quero que as pessoas se lembrem do meu nome, tenham orgulho da história que eu passei, dos desafios que eu superei para chegar até aqui e representar o povo brasileiro da melhor forma.
It's gonna be a good, explosive and exciting fight, and you should definitely tune in.